Welcome to Daily Success. Listen in on these personal conversations with today's leaders, innovators, and influencers as they discuss daily success principles, systems, and solutions. Get ready for Daily Success. Now, here's your host.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Daily Success Evergreen Giveaway. I'm really excited about this gift and the person giving because today it's all about gratitude, practical, real gratitude. And Vismaya Rubin, her first name is actually Michele, but everybody knows her as Vismaya. And she's the founder of Living in Gratitude Today. She encourages people to exercise their gratitude muscle in order to experience more love, joy, and prosperity. She coaches people on the benefits of gratitude practice, how to start one, and how, more importantly, how to maintain it during difficult times. So this is the gratitude gift that will keep on giving and giving and giving and help you really improve your daily success. So I'm really excited about this. So Vismaya's journey began in the classroom of an inner city school where she taught her students to find the beauty and joy in their life by shifting their perspectives despite adversity. Knowing her message could change lives, she left the classroom to share it with the world. Through research and life experience, Vismaya learned that by practicing gratitude, we open the door to more happiness, productivity, and stronger connections with the people around us. She's a best-selling author, and she teaches about gratitude at both live events and live webinars all over the United States and around the world. And she created the Living in Gratitude Today movement and gratitude swag to support people in their gratitude practice. So listen to this. This is what she's giving away. She's actually going to be giving away gratitude, how to tap into it every day. It's a practical gratitude guide, and she'll give you step-by-step ways to have gratitude in your daily life, which of course leads to my favorite words, daily success. So welcome, Vismaya. It's so
Hi, Tammy.
It's interesting. I just want to give a little full disclosure here. I've been a witness to the journey from the classroom to becoming this gratitude leader. And I interviewed you before, and you call yourself a gratitude gangsta. And it's funny. So what does that mean, and why do you call yourself that?
So a gratitude gangster is a person who is skilled in the art of appreciation, who lives life to the fullest, and who finds magic even in life's challenges. And I got a lot of slack for calling myself a gratitude gangster. I mean, people were like, you can't say that. Do you know what a gangster is? That's ridiculous. So here's how it came about. I was a teacher, as you mentioned, for 20 years in Miami. And I was teaching my students about writing, comparing and contrasting essays. So we were sitting in a circle. We had just read these articles about two gang members that were in gangs. They both got out. And I posed the question. I said, I don't get why people are in gangs. Do you? And one of my kids looks at me and he's like, Miss, we're gangsters. And my face almost dropped because I've learned to be quiet. I've learned to listen to these kids and hear what they're saying. But I was like, oh God, please don't tell me something I don't want to hear. I said, so I just listened. He says, we're gratitude gangsters. And then another kid goes, yeah, miss, we're gratitude gangsters. And then Alex looks at him and goes, and we walk around and go, I like your shirt and I like your shoes and I like your hat. And then one of them goes, yeah, and you know those guns that pop out with a flag? I'm like, no guns. He's like, and those are the guns. And our gun says, thank you. So what that showed me in that minute is, I need to backtrack for a second. My kids have been keeping gratitude charts since the first day of school. So they have been their assignment was to find 20 things that were unique to the day that they were grateful for. And they had to do that every month. So talking about gratitude was not something new to them. But in that moment, when they called themselves gratitude gangsters, they got it. That's what they said to me. They said, I get it. I get the importance of practicing gratitude. I get what it does for not just for me, but for the people in my community. So from that moment on, I was like, okay, I am a gratitude gangsta. And again, like I said, I got a lot of slack for it, but now I say it, and I say it with pride. And every time I say it to honor my students.
That really is phenomenal, because we live in this politically correct world where things they don't always have to have the meaning, the negative connotation. So that really is powerful. And for them to be able to articulate how being a gratitude gangsta is changing their lives in that positive way, that is just really, really phenomenal. You also have said that gratitude is like CPR. Can you explain that?
Yeah, because a lot of times people ask me, what do I do? How do I start a gratitude practice? Because I think it's important not just to talk about it theoretically. Oh, it's great to be grateful. It's nice to be grateful. Big deal. If I don't have the tools in my hand and I'm going through some life crisis, and challenging times, what good is it the idea of, oh, let's be grateful, if I don't know how to tap into what I'm grateful for? So when people come to me and they say, look, Vismaya, my life, you don't understand. My life is challenging. I got X, Y, and Z going on, and I feel like I'm overwhelmed and I'm stressed out. And I said, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect, because gratitude is like CPR. And what it does is it rejuvenates us. It revitalizes us. But here's how. So the first thing I say to people is compartmentalize. So take those things that are causing you grief and sadness and pain and frustration, and don't ignore them. Don't pretend like they don't exist. Put them in a box. Like, put them in an imaginary box in your brain and say, this is the area of my life that's not working, or these are the areas of my life that are not working. Because if we resist them, they persist. If we act like they don't exist, they want to blow up because they need attention. They need us to deal with them. So put them in the box and let them be there for right now. And then the P stands for pause. So every few hours, you're going to set your alarm to go off. And every few hours, pause and take a deep breath and reflect and ask yourself, in these 3 to 4 hours, what are my gratitude wins? Who or what made a difference for me? What did I do for myself? Did I try something new? Did I do something nice for somebody? And what made me smile till my sides hurt? So when we do that, what we're doing is we're giving those areas of our life permission to breathe. And we're also saying that that is not every aspect of my life. It's just these aspects that are not working. And then we're really consciously searching and looking for the things that are making us smile on a regular basis, or something that happens that's unique to today. And I think that's the power. Maybe you walked outside and saw a rainbow. Maybe somebody held the door open for you. Maybe somebody, just saw you and go, wow, you look really beautiful today. Maybe you did something, in spite of feeling the way you feel, you did something nice for somebody else. So we get to tap into those moments, even in the face of challenges.
Wow, that's really beautiful, because it's interesting how you describe that gratitude is like CPR, because sometimes it is difficult. You're wallowing in whatever, and life has got you down, and just what you did, like take that deep breath, just breathing, because I'm notorious for forgetting to breathe. But sometimes, how in the world do you start a gratitude practice if you look around you and you say, I have nothing to be grateful for? My life's a mess. My life's a wreck. All of it's crumbling down around me, and all I want to do is just disappear. How do you start?
So that's a great question. The first thing I would say is if you cannot get yourself to the point of compartmentalizing because you are on overwhelm, think about something that makes you feel good. And I really think it needs to be something physical. So either excuse me, get up and walk around, put on music and dance, get a journal and just vomit your thoughts onto paper. Like whatever's in your head, put it on paper. Maybe it's just taking deep breaths. Maybe it's doing a meditation. Do something that you know is going to make you feel better, something productive that's going to make you feel good. Even if it's one tiny thing. And I think what will start to happen is you'll start to notice that you do feel a little bit better. And then you want to continue to do that activity, or you'll do something else. It doesn't have to be huge, something small. Maybe it's sit outside and just for 5 minutes, don't have your phone in your hand. Don't do anything but sit outside and watch, look outside and see the beauty of nature. So whatever that is for you, do something that you know will move you into that right space and physically get up and do it.
I think that's good advice. And one thing, you actually have these really cool t-shirts that say grateful. You could literally just get a grateful shirt, put that on, and it'll change your whole perspective. I was wearing one of your grateful shirts. I got on an elevator, and the person in the elevator started to talk to me because of my grateful shirt. Or if I go to the grocery store. So something like that, like if you're not feeling it, you just put the shirt on and you start to attract all these positive things, because at the least somebody will smile at you, or you can see them mouthing the words because they're reading it on your shirt. And you've done a lot to move the living in gratitude movement forward. So tell me more about your Living in Gratitude Today movement that you've created.
So the idea, again, goes back to what we talked about in the beginning. It's great to talk about gratitude. It's great to have these theories about gratitude. And I believe that I don't like the term attitude of gratitude, because for me, it's like, everything happens and it's great and life is wonderful. And that's not the case. So the Living in Gratitude Today movement, the goal is to give you tools and techniques so that you can tap into a moment of gratitude. It's living in gratitude today. So right now, today, what can I do to create a moment of gratitude, to find my gratitude wins? So I've done a lot of research. I do a lot of, experimenting on myself to see what works. So every week I send you out an email, and it's really, the idea is to give you a tool or a practice to try out this week. And if it's a practice that works for you, you put it in your toolbox. And then when you're either having a challenging day, or you really, you can use them when times are great and you just want to elevate yourself to the next level, use one of these tools and see, where does it take you? How does it add to your life? Like smiling. Sometimes I tell people, smile when you are in a bad space. Go out and smile at everybody and see what reaction you get. And if you're feeling really good, go out and smile at everybody and see what reaction you get. And what it does, it starts to elevate you. So the whole idea of the movement is to really get people to tap in and to uncover and rediscover what they already have in their life that's delicious and joyful and fun, and find a way to start to pay attention to that more than the other stuff. And again, it doesn't mean that we're going to ignore the fact that, life is challenging, or things are going on, or, we may feel a little sad or frustrated. All of that is okay. And we can still find the gratitude.
I think that's really good advice, because sometimes, people think that having gratitude means that you're just happy zappy all the time. And that's not true, because we all are living real lives with real things happening around us that we may not be able to control, because we're human beings. You also have a monthly calendar. Can you tell me more about that? So
I do the monthly calendars every month. And I have to tell you, it takes me hours upon hours to do them, but I love doing them. And I love doing them for a number of reasons. One, I have people now who call me up and they're like, we're waiting for the next month. Hurry up. But what it does is it gives you an action step that you can take every day to tap into gratitude. Now you can do one every day, different one that's on there, or you can do the same one for the entire month. The goal is to get you to do something that gives you a moment of joy, because I truly believe that no matter where you are, what you're doing, you can find something, but it takes work. It's not easy. It takes work to sometimes tap into that space. So with the gratitude calendar, there's different action steps you can take every day to tap into that space of gratitude. You know, last year, 2018, I was taking care of my uncle before he passed away. And my goal when I went there was to create one moment of gratitude for him every day. And that didn't mean that, you know, he didn't have Parkinson's anymore. It didn't mean that he didn't have dementia anymore. It meant, can I give him one moment where he gets to forget that everything else is going on around him and really feel joy? And I was able to do that on most days. And that's what the inspiration. I had been doing the gratitude calendars for a while before then, but that's what really inspired me to keep going, because you could see the shift in his face when we did one little thing. Maybe it was turn on music and sing. He couldn't get out of bed at the time, but he could sing, or he could listen to me sing, and listening to me sing, he would make fun of me because I'm not a singer. And that brought him joy. So, you know, it's how do we find those little tiny moments that really are the gifts of life?
That's really beautiful. And what a gift to give someone is just a moment of joy in the now, even if it's just something as funny as being able to tease you about your singing. So tell me more about the daily success gift that you're giving everyone, your practical gratitude. Tell me more about what the gift really is and how people will be able to use it.
So there'll be different techniques and different tools that, you know, we can put in our toolbox so that people can really tap into them and use them however they see fit. So if I'm feeling a certain way, I can tap into one of the tools and elevate myself. If I'm feeling again, and I want to be very clear that when we talk about gratitude, or we talk about these tools for gratitude, it's not just for people who are down in the dumps or feeling sad. It's also for people who are loving their life, feeling fantastic, and want to elevate, because we all want to elevate, right? And that's the whole purpose of this daily success movement that you've also started, your books and your podcast, is to get people to take it to another level. So there'll be different tools and techniques in this podcast that I'm putting together that will give people, you know, the opportunities to practice actual things to get them into a space of gratitude.
Well, I'm reading your description here. You say going from oh yeah, or becoming an oh yeah person instead of oh no, I've got to get up and go do this, or from being the grumpy to grateful person. I think that anytime you can help someone to shift that you know, from being one of those woe is me to wow, today is a great day, or I'm able to have that one moment of joy. I went to Alaska over the summer, and you would have loved it, because I was literally chasing bumblebees around, trying to take photos of them as they landed in a flower. And what I was witnessing was how the bumblebee would land in the flower and it would like roll around in the pollen. And it was such a beautiful experience for me, because when I was watching that bumblebee in the flower, I was 100% there in the moment, in the now, with that bee. And that was such a valuable lesson for me about just being in the moment and appreciating that nature connection. And it really helped me to appreciate that and to really relax, because I wasn't worried about business or technology or anything. It was just me and that bee, and experiencing that moment in the now. And that was really a gratitude moment for me, when I realized what it really felt like to be in the now. Because I really, again, like what you said, we often have these concepts of, well, what is practicing gratitude? And, it's a concept, but to actually understand what it is and how it feels, and that it can be anything, that's really a true gift. So
I love what you just said, though. I need to say there's a couple of things. First of all, I thought I was the only one who gets very excited when I see bees and flowers, because I have a million pictures of those as well. But what was really powerful there is you recognized that was a moment of gratitude. And the reason I'm assuming that you've recognized is because you practice gratitude. You are a gratitude practitioner. So you put yourself in that space of going, oh, wow, this is bringing me joy. That's a moment of gratitude. Oh, wow. This, makes me smile. That's a moment of gratitude. And really what happens as you continuously practice, there's a voice in my head that goes off and goes, up, moment of gratitude, up, moment of gratitude. And it's really incredibly cool to see and to hear when that happens. So I love that you said you saw that, you recognize that, because that's what starts to happen as you, again, practice gratitude.
Well, I'm going to admit I am part of your group, and I actually get my gratitude, living in gratitude today on a regular basis. And it's one of the things I actually open and look for in my emails. I don't know what day it comes, but I always recognize it when it comes, because it comes, I believe, on the same day every week. And
Sundays and Wednesdays.
I open it up, and you even had something the other day that was really interesting. It was about exploring your hometown or where you live. And that's something that many of us, we don't do. I live in Inglewood, Florida, which is literally paradise for outdoor living. You can go to the beach, you can go kayaking, you can go on nature walks. I have kingfishers and heron and eagles and ospreys flying around in my backyard.
Wow.
And sometimes, it's like you take this nature for granted, but it's like I really live where people spend thousands of dollars to come. And I live here year round. And I think a lot of people, they don't stop and appreciate where they are and take that moment in time. So everyone, definitely, you want to get Vismaya's gratitude gift, because she's going to help you to really understand what living in gratitude is, open the door for you to appreciate the moment. I know for a fact that since I met you, Vismaya, that my understanding of what gratitude is and being in the now has expanded. And I do know that the shirts, and I think you have these little cards, because that was my first experience with you, was a little bag, and it had these little cards in it. And I remembered that. But the shirt, I'm not kidding. It's
transformed to a journal now. We still have the bags, but now we also have a journal.
So that's really cool. So before I let you go, everybody, they can obviously get their free gift, but if they wanted to connect with you in any other way, where can they go?
So there's two ways to do it. Go to the website, which is livingingratitudetoday.com. And the other way that's super easy is to text the word grateful, GRATEFUL, to 64600. Two simple ways.
Oh, I like that. The grateful. So GRATEFUL to 64600. That is easy. And I'll make sure that somewhere in the notes that people can visually see that, so that they can contact you through Grateful at 64600, or they can, of course, go to livingingratitudetoday.com and get your free gift. That is, I'd say that the free gifts, if you think about it, for daily success, living in gratitude today is like a no-brainer for that daily success that you're looking for, because it'll set up that beautiful foundation of appreciation that you can use every single day for daily success. So, Vismaya, thank you so much.
Thank you, my friend.
Everyone, this is Tammy Patzer. Go make it a beautiful day.
You've been listening to Daily Success. Tune in again and subscribe. Never miss a moment of daily success.